Hello,
Hello everyone.
welcome back again. So,
Pete has a confession,
I did a bad thing.
which is we had a really nice recording of the intro for this video, but someone decided, for some reason, that it was just not needed and proceeded to delete it. Completely impossible to recover at this stage, so here we are,
Telling you what we did the other day.
being honest about it and telling you that we are playing a new game. And essentially the video today is going to be our thoughts at the end of that first playthrough. And again, Pete has done the fantastic job of me interviewing me, I guess. So
Yeah. So, in this video, we're going to play Lost Ruins of Arnak from CGE.
Czech Games.
Czech Games
Czech
Edition.
Republic Games. Czech Games Edition. Is that a company?
Yes.
Fun. Okay.
It is by Min and Elwin. And we're not supposed to know much about this game yet, so I'm not going to let you in on anything. You'll have to watch the video until the end to see what we think.
Absolute beginners playing this for the first time and go see our thoughts.
Yep, the game is up to 4 people. We only played it with just the 2 of us. It does have a solo mode. It's about 30 minutes per player.
Yeah, which you'll see what we think about in our final thoughts, but we'll probably try and give it a go as well with a few more people just to see how it plays out with maybe 4 people or something like that. But
Yep.
at the moment, 2 of us, final thoughts coming right now.
Well, one thing.
Oh,
Ignore all of this.
oh.
This is Iki. This is another video that's coming up soon. This is not this, okay?
Yeah, so pretend like this is just this part and
This
this
isn't
part
here.
does not exist. But again, his fault. So
My bad.
watch the video, see our thoughts, and we'll see you next time.
Take care. And we're back in the room.
To do like that or something. I'll just go.
Like a big seal.
Anyway, we finished playing.
We're done. We're finished.
That was incredibly fast.
Yeah, we played it really quick because I don't feel like we were doing everything right for at least 2 rounds.
Yeah, possibly, but I mean, still. Right, you go through your questions before I.
So if anyone
Carry
watched
on.
the Frostpunk video, I asked Elena some questions. So we're going to do the same setup. As a brand newbie who's never seen the game before,
Yeah,
your thoughts and impressions.
don't know anything about it. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
an easy one. What was it like to set up?
I mean, it was fairly easy. The instructions are fairly straightforward, so I don't think it took us too long to do it. It did help that he's probably read the instructions before or watched a video or 2. Hasn't read the instructions, just watched a video or 2.
Yeah, I don't do instructions.
But yeah, I think it took
How were the instructions, considering you read them?
Do you know what? The instructions are actually super clear. I felt like the flow of it was really good. It almost explained as if it was almost predicting what your next question was going to be. It was and now we're going to tell you how to use this. And now really good. I like the instructions. I don't know if I'm getting better at understanding board games in general and how they work.
I think we are.
Because
I feel like we're picking things up a lot quicker.
A lot quicker. When we first started playing, it used to take us forever to understand the mechanics of the game and why we were doing certain things, and even the language that they use, almost and your meeple. I mean, we didn't even know what meeples were to start with. And now I feel like we just kind of pick up the instructions so much faster and quicker. That's the same thing. That was stupid. Anyway, but yeah, we pick it up quicker and we get to enjoy it for more. So if you're an absolute beginner, it gets easier. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you get frustrated with instructions like I used to do, I think it's just the case of stick with it and it gets easier.
Yeah. And what about the actual setup?
I mean, yeah, easy. Not too many
Pretty
pieces.
easy, right?
Yeah, not too many pieces. Not too many things to remember. Not to like.
You've got the end of the board,
Hard.
which kind of helps out because it just gives you everything. Like, here's everything you're going to need,
Yeah.
all right next to you. And then
Yeah.
it's just really the temple track, the research that you have to put all the things out, right? And the cards are easy they're all separated nicely.
Yeah. And I do like the fact that it's all like the bank of resources at the bottom. So you don't like I don't have to be the bank all the time and have like all the resources on my side and I have to constantly just shuffle things across to Pete. So
Yeah.
nice, easy.
Okay, next question. Theme. What do you think of the theme of the game?
I really like the theme.
You like the theme?
Yeah, I
Do
like
you feel
the,
like immersed in the theme?
I mean, I'm not necessarily imagining myself exploring an island, but yeah, it's good, it's interesting. I think my favourite thing was fighting the monsters, like trying to...
Yeah, you definitely did more than me.
Yeah, I ended up with 3 in the end.
I got 1.
That was, yeah, I like the theme of it. It's fun, you sort of... Exploring and trying to get, cards and try to do some research and get to that temple, which you reached, I didn't, clearly.
Well, I kind of knocked on the door, I didn't go inside.
Yeah, but you opened the door, so it's something. I'd take it. Right.
Gameplay.
Very fast. Well,
It's quick.
it finishes really fast. Maybe this is just like a general thing I feel sometimes.
This is our first go. Keep that in mind. Like, the next time we play this, I feel like we can probably dive deeper into the moves.
Yeah.
It took us about 3 rounds to really go like, okay, we can do this, which then makes us do this, we can trigger that. We did more.
Yeah, I feel the more you probably play, the more you'll get out of it because you'll just understand the gameplay a bit better and you'll get, like you said, like just maybe more out of it. It does feel like it's a little bit quick.
Abrupt. Especially the last round, because we both found ourselves planning for another round that wasn't going to happen.
And it was the end. So,
which happens in a lot of games, though.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of games sort of finish quite quickly. I mean, who's to say we couldn't play 10 rounds? Like, literally just go the whole track twice.
You could easily play 10 rounds.
And I don't think it would, expand your game by that much. And you'd, end up with potentially getting to the end and then actually exploring a bit.
There is an expansion to this already that adds another track. Different workers. And then there's a new expansion coming out later this year.
That's a lot of expansions.
2.
Is that? I mean, for
It's
normal,
okay,
in the gaming world, 2 expansions is nothing.
Some games have like 5, 6.
Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah. Happy with that.
Okay, ease of play.
I would say fairly easy.
It's pretty easy.
Once you understand... Again, I feel like the fact that we're a bit more experienced in terms of games has helped with understanding how things move and how you advance, and that reminds me a bit of Encyclopedia with the research and the, discovery of things.
Okay.
And then...
Something that does remind me of Encyclopedia is how long the board is.
Oh god, yeah, absolutely.
Don't you think the Encyclopedia board is similar?
Yeah.
I felt like that was a really excessive board. There's a really long one. Like if you were sitting around a table and you were up this end where you would, you could buy coins at the top and buy the boats.
Yes.
If you were sitting this end of the table and you need to put your cubes on the other end of the table, that's a reach. Anyway, that's for another video.
That is for another video. But no, I think ease of play is, it's pretty easy to pick up. I don't think you need to, stress too much. These little sort of helping...
The play raid.
That, whatever that is.
Yeah, that's actually really useful.
Yeah, it just kind of gives you like quick glance. Oh, what were my actions? Oh, quick glance. What does that do?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a good sort of nice reminder to have. I think one thing we maybe should have done a bit more is use more cards from the top.
Correct, I agree.
But apart from that, I think we gave it a good go. For our first try. Sorry.
Would you recommend this to a beginner?
I'm losing track of what we are now. Are we still beginners? Are we beginner to intermediate?
Maybe. I feel like we're getting there.
Yeah.
Because we've played a few now.
I mean, we've done Frostpunk twice, 3-4 times now.
Yeah.
I would say yes. It's
I feel
not...
like this would be good for a beginner.
Yeah, I don't think it's too daunting. I don't think you'd open this and think,
Exactly.
what on earth? Like,
It's not like Park Simple, but for like quite a large game with plenty to do, it's pretty obvious what you need to do on your turns.
Yeah, I think so. I think, as a beginner, 100% get this. I think you'll probably be fine with the instructions. You wouldn't struggle too much, and then you'd just get to the end quite quickly.
Yeah.
And you'd go like, okay, fine, we can do it again, and you feel more comfortable. So.
Yeah, now remember we played this at 2-player. Do you think you would benefit by playing 3 or 4 players? Or are you happy playing this one at 2?
I think it'd probably benefit by maybe just going through those cards a lot more.
Yeah, you'd cycle it faster.
Yeah, and potentially you would get rid of the monsters, the creatures that protect.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. The more people play and the more of these are being discovered, so when you can go there later on and it'd be easier to get things because they're discovered already.
Yeah, and you wouldn't be like under threat of getting more fear cards or getting more...
Yeah. I feel like 3-player would be good.
Yeah. And I guess it potentially could almost like push you as well to go to the top more, because we haven't actually discovered any of those.
Yeah, exactly.
So you'd almost end up saving your compass tokens and end up at the top.
Yeah.
So, yeah, probably would.
Okay, what's your favourite part of this game?
Fighting the monsters.
Fighting the monsters, hands down. You're in it for the monsters.
Yeah, it was fun. I felt a bit badass.
Okay.
I felt like I was going there and be like, and I'm gonna like this.
Mine was the track, which I didn't think I'd like. I went into this with the mindset of I'm going after the creatures, but turns out the track was my preferred route on the day.
Yeah, I quite like the exploration and, finding out what, your bonus is going to be and what monster you're going to get. Can you fight it? Can you not? I quite enjoy that. But I get why this is really important, because he ended up with 23 points extra at the end and won. So there is a bonus.
Right, endgame scoring. You got the grand total of 22.
Endgame scoring?
Sorry. You...
Trying to cheat me out of loads of points. Thank you so much.
You got 59.
I did get 59, thank you.
You got 22 for the track.
Yes.
Okay, you got 59 points.
Yeah.
I got 88.
Yes. Obviously
So what did you make of endgame scoring?
I mean, it was pretty easy.
I personally like it when you've got multiple things that add up like that.
Yeah.
You're not just going around the edge of the board on a track. Whoever gets the highest wins.
Yeah, I see your point. Yeah,
this reminds me of almost like Wingspan, where you have to add up multiple things.
It does.
And then you end up with like your total.
It does, yeah.
I much prefer that way of playing a game, because you might have done poorly at something, but you could excel at something else, which is what happened to me. I excelled here, but I did quite poorly at the creatures and even the cards, because I ended up with fear cards more than you. So I was getting less points with the fear cards. But because I did advance so high on this track, I won.
I think that's a very fair point. Maybe I'll learn next time to advance more and research. But I do like the scoring, because like I said, even if you're not... It's not like a singular point of focus where you have to constantly just go, I need more points, I need more points. Obviously you need points, but you can do it in different ways, and it's just a bit more exciting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, endgame, happy with that.
Replayability go. There is plenty of replayability, because you do have all the cards you can cycle through.
Yeah.
We didn't use all the creatures.
Your assistants could give you
We've got loads more workers, yeah. You can flip the board and there's a whole new track, which is more difficult.
Yeah, we should say actually we played almost like the beginners or like, I don't know, introduction version with the red phoenix looking creature rather than the snake on the back.
Snake, yeah. So replayability is good, but I'm already thinking if we replay again, if I want to spend more time here and you're just concentrating here, I'm already thinking I'm going to lose.
Oh, it gives you that fear factor that you're losing.
So would we go back into another game and we're both just going to go here because we know we can get loads of points? Do you know what I mean? It's almost like, is this overpowered?
No, because...
Or do you balance them out?
Yeah,
I solely went here pretty much. After round 2, I was like, I'm only caring about this, and I clearly won.
But if I had... Well... Right, this is going to sound a bit more complex. If I had more of these...
Which you don't, no.
Which you don't. You only have 2, so it feels a little bit...
Hold it up. They look like Blues Brothers. Do you know the film?
Yes. If you had more of these, potentially in a round, you could go to more places, and I could have defeated. If I defeated 4 more of these.
The creatures, yeah.
And got the resources for going there, because obviously he's gone to some places, discovered the site, and not actually fought the creatures.
Yeah.
So if I had more of these, I could have gone there, taken the resources, fought the monsters, obviously got the points for all of them, which is 5 for every single one, and then you get 20 points, and then all the resources you'd gather in the process could have given me some more points here.
If you've got enough rounds to actually get there.
True.
There are some cards that clearly say relocate a worker, but we only had one come up the entire game.
Yes, and by the time
And
we
it
got to
wasn't-
buy it, it was,
We were already quite near the end.
I mean, we could play it again and try and do a better
absolutely.
job. I think that's. I think
We'll
that's
play it
what we
on
need to
camera
look
one
at.
day once we're 100% with the rules.
We're never 100%.
We're never
with the rules.
100% with the rules.
We always just twist it in our favour. Yeah, it's good. It's fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
That was the Lost Ruins of Arnak. Our first play.
Yeah.
It's not a review. It's just our first impressions.
Exactly.
So make of it what you will.
But thank you for watching us.
Thank you for watching.
Hope you find it entertaining.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.